What up, guys? Back at it again, anime and beer, where we talk about the latest manga, comics, anime, you name it. Get ready, crack open a cold one, gonna dive in. You ready?
I'm ready, man.
Let's get it. Boom. So, if you haven't checked it out, you need to, and nobody's talking about this. Today is a Dragonball Super chapter review of the manga, and also the future of Dragonball Super. This chapter, no one's talking about it. They are, but they aren't. And there's a lot going on.
It's kind of like the true Dragon Ball fans,
yes,
are talking about it.
Yes,
not to take away from anybody who likes it, but it's like any anime. It's like after the anime finishes, that's it for some people.
Yeah,
and I didn't know the manga was still going until.
And I informed you, right?
Fabio and Alex, Fabio and Alex,
really,
and K&K was
I didn't know that.
It's
shout out to the K&K dudes for sure.
That's not how it went in the manga. The Tournament of Power and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Tournament of Power is completely different than the manga.
You got me to read it.
Yeah.
You three told me about it, but you got me to read it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so the future of Dragon Ball is definitely not necessarily saying hanging in the
spoilers
balance.
Ahead, guys. If you're clicking on us and you're watching this right now, it's going to be in our caption, of course.
Yeah.
So yes, if you're still watching, spoilers ahead, guys. Sorry, spoilers. But yeah,
the future's not hanging in the balance, but it's
like it's shifting. It's shifting. It's shifting. Absolutely.
Speaking of shifting,
the
last panel of the manga.
Dude, the last panel of the manga, the first few panels. Goku has officially mastered Ultra Instinct, but we learn from Whis, while he's training with Whis, there's levels to it. And you're sitting here, well, what are we going to do about it? What do you mean there's levels? And we get a reference from Whis that we get, we get the levels of Ultra Instinct. He explains that Goku just scratched the surface. I'm far greater than Miris, who taught him Ultra Instinct, who's another angel, who was a galactic patrolman in the previous chapters.
And Grand Priest is greater than
greater than Whis. But meanwhile, you see Beerus and Goku, Beerus and Vegeta on the sidelines.
I'm sorry, but why does it look like the camera's crooked?
Because you set it up at an angle.
Guys, if it looks like I'm slumped, I'm not. The camera's crooked, and I'm not getting up to change it.
Oh, God.
Take it for what it is.
His OCD kicked in. But Beerus and Vegeta are sitting on the sidelines, and they're going back and forth, too. And we're getting some interesting details as well. And, before we get into more of the details of that, let's rebuttal a little bit. Let's backtrack. We got a new guy on the block named Granola, who is a bounty hunter, or almost like a space pirate, you would say, because he collects gold. Bounty hunter. And so this guy's, I like him. I like him personally. I like his artwork. I like the concept. It's not just a regular warrior. It's like a random space pirate.
But you get into his background. Yeah,
you get into his background. You actually find out what's going to happen. We learn that Frieza is going to come back into play, guys, for starters. And this Granola guy keeps having nightmares of the great apes, the Saiyan apes, coming to his home planet and destroying everything via Frieza's orders. He wakes up. He goes on a patrol. He's like, why am I still having these dreams? And he's talking to himself and his consciousness, basically. And he's like, what am I going to do? It sucks. Frieza's dead. The Saiyans are dead. I guess karma's a bitch. That's what happens. But he goes and delivers CP38T, whatever, the android that absorbed.
I think it's OG.
OG something. He's the original one.
Yeah.
But he absorbed Ultra Instinct. He absorbed Angel Ki.
Yeah.
So he delivers him.
Well sought after.
Yeah, he's well sought after for intel. So he delivers him. Well, in return, Granola gets intel. And Granola's like, yo, here's my money, cool. And then they almost like the other pirates, they tease him. They're like, oh, did you hear? Lord Frieza's been resurrected. Somehow, some way. He's like, what? He goes, yeah. He's like, I can't get my revenge on the Saiyans, but at least I can get my revenge on Frieza. And they're like, we know what you're going to do. Don't do it. They're almost baiting him. And it cuts to the last panel where he's like, okay, I can definitely take Frieza. They're like, Granola, no, you can't. And they jump him, and they're like, see, you can't even handle us.
They didn't even jump him. It was like the one
chick or whatever it was. Dude, guy, girl, non-binary figure. But that's what happened.
They feared that because he's like, man, what are we going to do if he gets stronger than you?
Yeah.
In which he replies, yeah, that won't happen.
So we're going to let him burn out. We're going to let him go find Frieza, and Frieza can do it for us.
Yep.
But then we're going to cut back over to the other panel, and Vegeta's talking to Beerus. And he's like, why don't you, it cuts over like those barbarian Saiyans, I'm glad they're gone, and it cuts over to Vegeta and Goku training. Sorry. I was just super excited for this reveal. So if I'm jumping all over the place, guys, please forgive me. I'm just a diehard, avid Dragon Ball fan. We also learn. Oh, yeah, so my pops. This one glows in the dark. So we're sitting here and we're reading this, and Vegeta turns to Beerus. And he's like, why don't you master Ultra Instinct? Why don't you get it? And he's like, it's not what I do. Not as gods of destruction aren't really into it. He goes, he's like, yeah, what about you, Vegeta? He goes, not my thing either. And so what was really cool about that snippet, I don't know, man. I think you should take it away. I think we were more excited. I think you were more excited than I was, but I thought it was really cool. So
let me grab my thoughts. To follow what he said, they do have a conversation. Vegeta says, hey, Beerus, what about this Ultra Instinct? Beerus is like pretty much saying, well, we guys of destruction use another technique. We have our own way of fighting. We have our own way of doing things around here.
Yeah.
Vegeta's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Beerus is like, yeah, not, saying we're stronger or weaker, but we get the job done with what we can do.
Exactly.
Vegeta's pretty much like, can you teach me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Beerus is like, nah, I'm not. I don't get paid for that. That's not my job.
Yeah.
But going for a little walk. But if you see anything you like, you're more than welcome to steal it.
Yeah.
And walks away.
And like Vegeta's like, Lord Beerus, wait. And so like you're going to watch it, and you're like, oh, and they're basically getting. Because everybody knows Saiyans are very prideful. Mm-hmm. But what we've seen as Super is Vegeta and Goku become students again. But we've also seen them become teachers as well. Mm-hmm. And this next part, we just found out there are levels to gods of destruction and levels to angels. But you have two mortals. They're not labeled as anything yet. But they're basically, I think what's going to happen is, of course, Vegeta learning destruction god key and learning the way of the destructions of the god of destructions. Goku taking the more calm and fluent round of the angels, but still being elegant, because that's what Ultra Instinct is constant fluidity. We talk about in our martial arts episode of the show. But now we're sitting here and we're just kind of like, there's a lot of monkey wrenches going on. We got this guy Granola we don't know much about, who comes from a race of people where their right eye, he's actually a sniper. And he can snipe so well with his right eye. He doesn't need these goggles that he wears. He wears it just to cover up his eye.
Well, they say the goggles are supposed to help. But his AI, I guess you could say, I think that it's the goggles that talk to him.
Yeah.
And, pretty much tells him, like, you're special. You're the only one of your
race.
People, your race, your people who can do this without assistance from me.
Exactly. Exactly. Which is like, we cut over where we think Frieza has to come into play. So, Vegeta and Goku are clearly pride. I'm the Prince of all Saiyans! My pride! They're just prideful people. Yeah. So my whole thing is like, if Goku clearly isn't going to want to be an immortal angel, Vegeta is not going to want to be an immortal god. Who wanted to be immortal? Who wanted to be a god? Who wanted to be feared by everyone in the universe, but don't mess with Beerus or Majin Buu?
So are you thinking there's going to be a plot twist?
Yeah, because think about it, man. It's everything Frieza wanted. Frieza wants respect again. He's not going to clap Vegeta and Goku. But you know what? If they're getting stronger, you're going to sit here and tell me Frieza's not over here getting stronger?
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
They told him in a tournament of power that you training for what was it, 3 days?
Yeah.
To reach his golden form?
3 days, yep.
That's why it's weak. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Frieza, at the end of the tournament arc, when he showed himself to his grand army again, he started training.
Yeah, he had to have. Yeah. He had to have. And also, too, got to, shout out to my man Broly. But he hung with Broly for an hour in the movie, and you can say whatever you want. Hanging with Broly as Frieza, who's come a long way. And the fact that he was also competing with Jiren in the anime. He got clapped, but he was still hanging in there and helped Goku take down Jiren. Mm-hmm. So my whole thing is okay, this granola guy's definitely got to run into Frieza. Because Frieza don't want shit to do with Goku or Vegeta. Let's all be honest here. Like, you stupid monkeys. Like, that's racist. You say what you want, man. Frieza's the only person I think that got away with the N-word in the anime. As horrible as that sounds. But Frieza's basically, like, Frieza uses the hard R, guys. Let's be honest.
Behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors. Closed doors. Like, you're not going to sit here and tell me Frieza's not like, of course I'm not going to say it, but...
I'm not going to say it.
I'm not going to say it.
I'm not going to say it. Close the door.
Well, what do you... Yeah, exactly. Well, like, that's the thing, though. Like, if we're going... And then we cut to the end of the panel. Granola cuts back to Granola, and Granola's fighting off some other space bandits who want to rob him because he just got paid for bringing in the android.
Which was so messed up.
Which was so messed up. But, like, he snipes all 3 of them with no go. And if you look, because he uses a gun when we first see him. Mm-hmm. But when he beat those other bandits, he used his hand like a spirit gun. Shout out to Yu Yu Hakusho. But, snipe those guys with his finger. And I'm wondering if he can see, like, vital spots. Like, it's like an X-ray thing, almost. Like, he can, like, one shot if he wanted to.
I wonder.
You know what I mean? Like, we've seen...
But even the goggles stated, he was like, you got them all in one shot. And he was like, no, I didn't.
Or is it like... Is he like, what's my man's name from Guardian of the Galaxy? He's got that boomerang on his head. He can... And, like, whistle the...
Oh, Yondu?
Yeah. What if he's like a Yondu? Got that arrow that whizzes by things?
I think he's just a dead shot.
But if he was a dead shot, he hit multiple targets with one shot, though. Not multiple shots, one shot.
Okay, well, he's a bullseye.
Fair enough. I'll go with that. We'll go with Bullseye or Deathstroke or Deadshot. Yeah. Well, you think about your average assassins,
mm-hmm.
Besides Deadpool, because just give him chimichangas and he might not kill you. But, but like, the whole thing is that when we read this and we get to our final panel, because that's really what this chapter is about. Final panel, the Oracle Fish, who was basically having a premonition, and he's like, the strongest warrior in the Universe 7 is about to awaken. Mm-hmm. I mean, but that's the thing, though, is like, we got Goku and Vegeta still leveling up. Oob is canon. Oob is confirmed. Oob is there. And he wasn't confirmed in this chapter, but he was confirmed in the last chapter.
Yeah.
Or chapter before last. We got Frieza. We got Broly. If Broly becomes freaking canon, that'd be dope. But who's the strongest? Who is out there? What is this about?
Yamcha.
I got to do a shot on that one.
Boy, Yamcha game.
Insert Yamcha memes below.
Well, see, now we have to go back. I'm gonna do it real quick. It's already on this page. We have to read the words kind of verbatim.
Yeah, the Oracle
really
Fish.
Understand.
Yeah,
he said, "Universe 7, balance shifting, strongest warrior in the universe will soon rise up."
Well, if they're shifting, that's what I'm wondering. Because Oob, Frieza, learning the levels of the angels and the gods,
mm-hmm.
There's a lot to throw into this granola guy. We don't know who the hell that is.
It's hard. Universe. It's not Earth. It's not New Namek. Universe.
That's what I'm saying. But what else is out there? The Yardrats? No. What is out there? Or is it our android friend, the CP guy? Because
he's rebuilding himself.
He's rebuilding himself, and he still has the angel key in him.
Oh man, it's hard to say, honestly.
That's where I'm at.
And we have to wait a whole month.
We gotta wait, and I hate that so much, man. Like, hey, I appreciate everybody else on Twitter hacking animes and mangas and leaking out photos, but nobody's leaking anything. Like, they're keeping this stuff hush hush, which I also appreciate Japan doing.
And then for the people who say, well, it is 45 pages, I don't know, man. My Hero Vigilante is pumping out 45 pages, and we get 2 of those a month.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, exactly. Like
so that means they're being very, very cautious in the steps they're taking to put this content out. They want to really, because so far the main complaint with Dragon Ball is the power scale, the story.
Yeah.
I mean, I complained about the story a little bit, but we are getting a solid story. Yes, we're hopping from what's the bad guy called?
Moro?
Antagonist.
Okay, antagonist.
We're
now that you mention it, Dragon Ball Super so far has only had 2. Mm-hmm. We've only had, and I count Frieza as the movie, but we've only had Goku Black and the manga Moro. Jiren was no villain. Jiren has said these hands are rated E for everyone.
And the tournament still doesn't count.
No, it doesn't, because it was a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fight. Like, you have to be there. Which I think they might be going in that route. He might be.
Even still, we don't even know who our next villain is, because Granola
that is true.
Isn't a villain, I would say. He's just a man.
He's confused.
He's a man just going through space, doing what he has to do.
But once he finds out Vegeta and Goku, so this is where our final conclusion is what we talked about the other night, and we want to tell the audience.
It's about to come full circle.
About to come full circle. If you guys remember before, there's also a lot of theories of going on. You guys are concerned about the power-ups, and we are too. But Granola has a tie with Goku and Vegeta.
Well, they're people. They're race.
Yes, they're races. They have a tie. Okay? With each other, or not a tie, a connection.
Mm-hmm.
They all lost their race of people. Okay, besides Goku and Vegeta with each other, but it was all Frieza's fault. Frieza's got to come into play.
Well, also Beerus.
Yeah, also Beerus, and that's what I'm getting at. So Frieza comes into play, and we all know what Beerus said in the Resurrection of F movie and in the anime. Beerus ordered Frieza to destroy Planet Vegeta. And keep it under wraps. But if all this is coming full circle again, it's about to come undone.
Granola is going to team up with.
He's going
to. With whatever's going on, Granola, Vegeta, and Goku are going to team up. I see it. That's just my theory.
Exactly.
It might not go that way. It might not start off that way, but Goku is known to make friends.
And I think, Beerus and Whis are kind of stepping their way out. We still don't know shit about Beerus, or Whis, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not allowed to involve in mortal endeavors. And what people got to understand is, they're gods and angels, but at the same time, too, when you go and you watch it and you're reading it, our whole super timeline, we have nothing on Beerus, we have nothing on Whis, we're still only seeing the progression of Goku in the game, which is, of course, the story, but we don't know anything, and I feel like Whis and Beerus are almost setting up Goku and Vegeta. Like, parting ways, almost. I think they want to be normal again. I think they want to be mortal again. I think they're bored with their hierarchy of power.
They just want to retire to Earth and just eat all day.
There you go. That's it.
And I think they're going to get their wish, and with everything that they've done as far as Earth is concerned, Bulma's definitely going to take care of them. If that route is taken and Whis and Beerus do become mortal and there's a change of power, Bulma is going to take care of Whis and
But
Beerus.
The Grand Priest, though, we did confirm. Remember, we thought Miras was dead. But Grand Priest brought him back, but as a mortal. And who's to say they didn't make a deal with Grand Priest and they were like, hey, we got these 2 Saiyans over here next in line. We got an angel for you. and we got a God of Destruction for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let them have it. We're good. So if they're gonna do that, then I mean, of course Goku and Vegeta are gonna step down. No, we don't want that. But I'm ready for that it factor where they don't have a choice. They gotta do it. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Eventually, they're gonna fight the bad guy, save the day, cool. But that end factor, it's gonna come down to Whis and Beerus. What are you gonna do? And Frieza, that's why I come back to Frieza, because Frieza will, little monkeys, I'll be a god of destruction. Like, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he?
Well, piggyback off of you, you're right. There's that if factor, but you got to take other things in consideration. Vegeta has Pan, Trunks, Bulma. Goku has Gohan,
Goten,
Chi-Chi.
Yeah. And Pan. I think you meant to say Bola for Vegeta. He has Bola, yeah. Bola.
Yeah, Gohan has Pan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you were about to get that clap back, Bo.
So I wanted to say Bola. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I do have all this Goku memorabilia in front of you, so I don't blame you.
But what I think, another theory of mine is, when it comes down to it, they're going to say, there's two people who can take these roles. They're not doing anything significant now. And what they long for can be quenched.
Yeah.
Frieza's going to get God of Destruction.
Yeah.
Uba's going to get Angel. But if you know, all the angels look alike.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole Goku is going to be a god thing, now that I think about it. That's a theory. This is one of my theories. I think they're going to break barriers. But at the same time, if they keep tradition, it's just going to lead to Frieza being the god of destruction and getting them assigning him an angel who we may or may not have seen before or may be familiar with. But there's going to be some like stipulations. Frieza, you cannot blow up Earth. The Grand Priest is going to tell him, you blow up Earth because because of the deal I've had with Whis and Beerus. If you blow up Earth, I will obliterate you.
Which is fair, dude. You can't go around just blowing up stuff because you want to, like, because you're a god of destruction. Which I also think why, Oob was introduced. And also to kind of keep in mind, guys, like, there's a lot of stuff. If you haven't checked it out, I mean, like we were talking about before, I got him involved with the manga. If you guys haven't checked it out, please check it out. Shonen Jump is a free app. So is Manga Plus.
$1.99 to get the previous issues.
Previous
$2 is not going to be missing out your.
Exactly. That's an energy drink. That's a Coke.
I forget I'm paying for it until I.
Are you paying for it? You are paying for it.
Let
me get that subscription, dog.
Paying for back $1.99 just to pay for back issues.
That's it.
Keep in mind,
digital back issues. Digital back issues. A lot of
anime goes back hundreds of issues. Sometimes not a lot. Like Vigilantes, I think it's like in the 60s. Dragonball Supers is like 68. But all these pages and all these chapters, some going up into the hundreds. So $1.99 to read and not have to wonder how you're going to get to the next issue and stuff. It's worth it. Now there are some anime that cut the chapters in the middle to where you have to like look for them.
Yeah,
and I can't remember what anime.
Baki does that. Yeah, Baki does that. It's so confusing because I'll go to read it and it'll stop, and his writer has stagnant. You'll get 3 issues, and you're like, oh, cool, and you go to read 4, and 4 doesn't come out for like another 6 months. Yeah. So but
other than that, man, just $1.99, just support.
Yeah, but
support it.
But guys, like I said, I know everybody's talking about a lot of the mainstream stuff going on, and it is anime is blowing up. 2021, 2020, COVID and everything like that, but 2021, man, is the year. I think it's going to be phenomenal. And also too, if you guys have noticed our backdrop here, this is our new artwork for the show. And shout out to our boy Jake Hine. Follow him on Instagram. Metal Brain, I believe, is his name. anime and beer. I know that's me with hair, but you know it is what it is.
I know that's me bald, but it is what it is.
But he does a lot of cool work. I mean, hit him up for artwork. Of course, you got to pay for it. This is a cool little piece here. This is our backdrop for our show and our new animation style. So we're definitely going to help him, help us, and we're going to put out some more artwork for the show. But I mean, green screen as well.
Courtesy of my wife.
Yeah.
She supports the
I'm not married. Damn, Robert's got a girlfriend now. I'm doing. You know, everybody in that group chat's married or has a girlfriend. So my phone number is. So anyway, shout out to everybody tuning in. Any conclusions? Anything you want to go into with Dragon Ball Super? Dragon Ball?
At this point, it's just a
it's all it's all. Oh, I'm glad I got to talk about you, sir. I don't really know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's like really like I'm actually questioning it.
Some things can be speculated based on what's going on. Now we know that Granola is going to have some heat for Goku and Vegeta when he finds out they're Saiyans. Mm-hmm. He's going to have some heat for Frieza. There's going to be some alliances made. There's going to be some backstabbing. There's going to be some OP moments. That's a given. It's Dragon Ball, of course. But
yeah, who's going to push Goku and Vegeta to that next level?
That next level.
Exactly.
But what is Vegeta going to learn from Beerus? Because what technique has Beerus been showing that we have not seen?
Well, to be fair, we did see... Okay, so closing out, guys. I don't want to go on another tangent, but we have seen the Gods of Destruction. Toppo. Mm-hmm. And that was you know, the Hakai. He still has to learn that. And many other things. Okay. So... Closing out, sorry guys, we're just our brains, like, this is such a good chapter.
It was.
We still dropping more content. Sorry, we're not on top of it, but life happens. We're gonna try to be consistent. We're coordinating schedules. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. If you guys have any ideas for the channel, feel free to message us. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. It doesn't matter.
And we're not picky. We touch base on it also.
Exactly.
If you just want to see just strictly Dragon Ball stuff, let us know. Then you can follow us on TikTok, which we don't even have an anime and beer TikTok yet. But
we'll work on it.
TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, not every chapter is going to be video worthy.
Yeah.
But a 60-second TikTok, if you want to see that, or a reel on Instagram about what's going on.
If you want to come on the show and collab as well, too, give us your input. If you have any anime suggestions for us to check out, and we'll watch them.
Any comic
books, any mangas, whatever you want us to do.
King in Black. I'm waiting on Keanu Reeves.
I am on the Jujutsu Kaisen wave, guys. I'm on that.
Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin. Man, we're just trying to touch base on it all.
All of it.
A wider audience.
It's Nerdtopia, man.
So if there's anything that you see that you like, we're doing this for fun. We're doing this because
we want to take it up. Yeah, we want to take it up to that high level.
Take it up. So if you want to see more Power Ranger stuff, I'll punch out more Power Ranger stuff.
You want to see more manga info? Let me know. I'll read whatever.
Yeah,
it's still technically kind of locked down.
Let us know. But other than that, I'm not saying we're going to be all over the place because I think we're pretty. I'm not going to say consistent, but we're pretty. Stand down.
We've come a long way. Yeah. We've come a long way already. I mean, we got the backdrop, we got the nice mic, we got the nice camera, the vlog light. I mean, we just need a small loan, a GoFundMe for a studio. But other than that,
follow my OnlyFans.
Yeah, for real. Get that new PS5.
Oh no.
You guys, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Dragon Ball Super.
Comment.
Dragon Ball Super.
Comment.
Check it out.
I know this guy is awesome. He's beautiful. And and your verbiage to him means a lot.
I'll kiss you right now on this camera.
But I don't hear it. I would like to know what you're telling him. So please.
Oh yeah, dude.
Comment.
Well, I appreciate you. Comment. Whatever you guys want to. But until next time, guys, crack open a cold one. Anime and beer. We out.
This video has been sponsored by Michelob Ultra. This video has been sponsored by Kakarot.
Shut the damn camera off.